Hello everyone, it's Dustin here, the Pro Picker, here with yet another thrift store run video. So I'm going to start with a trip to the Goodwill. It's a quick one that I made earlier in the week. It hadn't made it in a video yet, so I figured I would show you guys some real quick finds here. Then I'm going to follow up with some of my finds at the American Thrift later in the day. So if you guys don't know, the American Thrift is an independent thrift store in my area, and I actually hadn't been in about a week and a half. Out of the three main thrift stores I hit, it is the furthest one out, and I've been finding so much stuff between the thrift stores and the bin sales, and having refocused our efforts on listing, just haven't made it there in a little bit, which I think kind of worked to my benefit for that trip, because I do make some pretty awesome finds. So definitely watch the whole video to see what I do come up with there. So there are no new stock carts out on this trip to Goodwill, so either I'd gotten there too early or too late, one of the two. And quickly I find, however, this Keurig brew over ice deal. So what you actually do is you put it under your normal Keurig and you buy specific iced coffee style K-cups and brew it in these things. So I got it for $4. I probably overpaid, honestly, for what it's worth. I have it listed for like $21 on my store. I know it'll sell because I've sold some of the, what is it, carafes or whatever, from the hot line. I do find these depends. So I typically don't buy the adult diapers at the thrift. However, really, the values of it kind of vary. The shipping's going to be a pain. I already know that. I think I'll get about $56 shipped for it. I'll still be able to make some profit. So I guess if people ask me about adult diapers at the thrift store, do I buy it? I guess it just depends. I do pick up the Pregnancy Packed DVD there, so some really interesting finds. This is actually like a Lifetime movie or something for $3. I've already sold it for $17.99, so really quick turnaround on that, and definitely making a quick buck, so I'm pretty happy with it. And it ships media mail, so super fast, or not super fast, but super cheap shipping. And into the American Thrift we go. The first thing I do when I get in here is, well, I open the door and get my cart, and then I take a quick look at the media section here. I found some pretty decent finds, just looking at what they have in the showcase before, so wanted to make sure nothing crazy had been added. I don't really recognize any DVDs that are standing out that like I have to have. Note, this is a time where voiceovers are kind of nice, because there was a lot of chaos going on in the store. There's kind of a brother and sister going a little ham on each other here. Not complaining in the sense that, but it definitely wouldn't transfer very well to video, so kind of nice to voice over this. So I plug in this air purifier by Oric, and immediately it's like, I'm like, what's this noise it's making? So I'm like, I don't even want to touch it. Let's pull the plug real quick. End up putting that back. Thank God I have a testing area here. I do check the record player, and this is by Ion. It's really scratched up and kind of jank, like messed up. I don't know. It's like so I end up putting it back. Kind of spoiler alert there. But then I pull this Toastmaster bread maker, like, and even without, they're pretty uncommon apparently. I don't see a lot of listings on eBay, but I see the sell-through is pretty good, even without the, I guess, bread pan portion of it, which it doesn't have, and the spinner. It's still going for like 120, 130 shipped, which is pretty crazy. So definitely gonna pick this up for $5. I do test it and it works, so awesome grab. If you guys see this when you're out and about, definitely, for cheap, definitely pick it up. Yes, is the shipping gonna be annoying? but UPS will handle it for like 30 bucks almost anywhere. So I'm down. It's going to need cleaned, but it works. It's tested already while in the store, so I don't have to worry about testing it at home. It'll be an easy list once we get it nice and clean, and it's proven it's sold. I have a sold comp, so hey, $5. I don't know how many other resellers had passed that by. I do see this ceiling fan motor. It's a Casablanca, so they make high-end ceiling fans, and the motors alone, this motor's actually new. I mean, can go into hundreds, well, low hundreds, so like 110, 120, 140 shipped. So this is one of those instances where I know they taped it together to put it out on the floor because they couldn't figure out how else to put it out on the floor. If I had not bought this, I would have told them, hey, I opened this up. You might need to retape this. However, I do buy it, but you kind of have to break the rules sometimes. I know, for instance, like Goodwill, they'll put their price stickers on the bottom of China, and then you can't see the mark. So I'll kind of peel those back and place it back on top sometimes, because you have to be able to know who made it to make a determination if it's worth buying or not. So that's another example. That's no harm, no foul, because I literally peel it back just a little bit and place that sticker back there. I'm sure some of you other thrifters can relate to that. Now, it's all in here. Unfortunately, it's not the whole ceiling fan, because we'd be talking some pretty good money. But it's $8, guys. I'm totally going to buy it. Why not? I know it's going to sell eventually. Somebody's going to need this fan motor, and I will have it for him. I see these VHSs. They're kind of out of place. I'm going to tell you, the rental clamshell is pulled on my nostalgia here, and the phone doesn't work very well in the store for some reason. I have T-Mobile. I just haven't switched back to Verizon, honestly, because of time. So this is the only area I really have major issues, and one rural route that I sometimes take or used to take for work, and still do on occasion for other things. But regardless, yeah, I end up grabbing those VHS because they're 90 cents a piece. I got them listed on the store for 13 bucks. I think the rental clamshells are kind of cool. And the Clips here. Now, Clips is a really great audio brand, guys. And this is an iPod player. While I'm looking for the AC adapter, I find this Texas Instruments power supply. I do end up grabbing it for 90 cents. I cannot for the life of me, though, find this Clips AC adapter. This is a problem at the store sometimes, unfortunately, where you can't find the adapters. And by the time I buy the adapter for this guy, and then, I have to ship it, yeah, it's worth maybe 50 shipped. iPod deals like this really aren't worth a ton, but so I do end up putting it back. Maybe I'll pick it up at $5. I find a Sega Pico. I don't end up buying it. It's missing some components. They have it listed as is. I just found it really neat to find one of these out in the wild. It's basically an educational console made by Sega. Threw up a little magazine advertisement scan for you guys to check out. I never had one, but I remember them in the stores, so kind of the whole nostalgia thing, anything video game related kind of gets me from the 90s. So the Jack LaLanne, I don't end up getting the Pico, but the Jack LaLanne juicer here, it's only $5, guys, so I'm going to grab this. I can't remember if it was marked $5. I think it was marked $10, but happened to be half off. So I do grab it because I can part it out. I would sell it as a unit, but it's missing the tamper, and it's also missing the pulp dish, or wherever the pulp goes, I guess pulp dish, and receptacle. And so I do pick it up just because one part alone will go for 25 plus shipped. So a guy got 35 shipped for one, and there's a couple other parts on there that do have some value. So at $5, I'll win. I do find this New Wave oven here, but you guys know I like to buy them, but this isn't the black one. It's like the older white one, and actual heating element at the top there is really yellowed, and I just don't really think I'm gonna part that out. Like, some of the parts I might be able to make money on, but I'm gonna have to clean it. So I do pass, even though it was really cheap. I see these two Global Identity leather jackets. One's large and one's medium, so it must have been like, I don't know, friends or husband and wife that wanted to have the same matching jackets or something, that then donated them. I do put the medium back because, first off, medium's a harder size to sell, but the medium, it's hard to tell in this footage, actually has more wear, especially where like the pockets are. So I decided just to, for $10, I know it will sell for about 40 to 50 shipped. Let's say it's $40, and let's say it costs 10 to ship, 10 in stock costs, 10 to ship. Then I'm gonna have $5 in fees. I'll make $15 in profit. I mean, it's decent, but just to kind of mitigate my risk and it being the end of the season, the harder to sell one, I decide not to get. This is the putback rack, and somebody didn't want to get this. At some point, this was $100 at Elder Beerman's, and it is red tag, guys, so I could have that for 50 cents right now, which is quite the discount from $100. Was an Elder Beerman's, which is now a defunct retail chain as of, I think, 2019. I do end up passing on that jacket, though, because I can tell you that's one of those things that might have value, I'm not sure, but would take forever to sell. So, you know, it's not something that I wanted to get into. I do a quick flip through just the black tees. They have so many t-shirts here, I'll just pick a section to look through sometimes. Got the Gatekeeper shirt. And this one says, the light at the end of the tunnel may be an oncoming train. So there's your daily dose of depression, guys, if you needed any. Because some really weird shirts here. Worst athlete ever, and it looks like a T-Rex that can't jump. And I do see this Spider-Man shirt. It's from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. And, you know, Spider-Man's pretty big right now, so I do look it up, and it sells for like $12 used, but they want $250. It's just a little steep, so I do pass. Maybe on tag day if it's still around and I see it. I mean, if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. But typically, if a shirt's only like hovering near that $10 point, I like to pay less than $250, honestly. Just so, you know, I can actually make some money on it. Just kind of giving a look around the rest of the store here. It's nice to go to a thrift you haven't been to in a while, even though for me, a week and a half is a long time to not go to this thrift. I don't know if that really qualifies as a while. It's kind of why I like my weekly Valley trips I've started doing over the last month. I do find some more clamshell VHS here. I don't know what I was thinking. I bought them. I love Raiders of the Lost Ark, so I don't know. I'll make something on them, so I'm not complaining. I know they'll sell eventually, so grabbing these, because why not? And yeah, guys, tomorrow I should, I'm aiming to have my Valley Thrift Store run video up. It's the biggest thrift store in the area. I always find some really great stuff. So if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and turning on the bell notifications so you can stay up to date with my newest videos. I really would appreciate it. I do pick up these History Channel, like Ghost Hunter style DVDs. They're not Ghost Hunters like the ones that I picked up at the estate sale, which, by the way, I've been killing it on, guys, making so much money on those out of print. However, they do have some value, so I grabbed them at 90 cents a piece and did list them on the store. And also, guys, if you don't mind liking the video and also commenting below, both of those things really help me out. Engagement's really important for a smaller creator like me, and really would appreciate the help, guys. Also, check me out on Instagram. It's at ProPickerOhio. Again, my Instagram's at ProPickerOhio, and I'm trying to add more of a behind the scenes element to the business. I know my videos, it seems to be what resonates with people, so that's why my videos go this direction, is, hey, look what I found. But there is really a business aspect to what I do, and I do share that on IG, and plan to try to mix that in a little bit more. There are some changes coming to the channel, but I think they'll be good ones. Don't worry, voiceover thrift videos aren't going to disappear entirely or anything like that. I mean, the mix is going to change with yard sales coming up, because I can't afford not to go to yard sales. So, of course, that's going to change up the footage some. But yeah, definitely some exciting stuff coming up. So subscribe just so you can stay up to date with all those things. Would be cool. That was a very weird ramble of self-promotion. You would think as I self-promote, I would get better at it. So I do throw everything in the cart, guys. It's always really important to bring your carts back at the thrift store. Don't be that guy, especially if you're a regular and you're a reseller. You really don't want to be that guy. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Do appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Later.